We here at Cruisers Gaming do not condone any bashing of Turn 10 or the Forza franchise. Skywarp72 here today, and like the rest of you, we waited for over a month for Forza to implement the leagues and get them going. Not only for them to be glitched, but for the hot hatch icons to be dominated by one car. That car, of course, being the wildly overrated 1997 Honda Civic Type R. Seeing any other car in the lobby is a rarity, and it's an even bigger rarity that another car is competitive. Why is this? It's been a theory of mine since FM4 that somewhere amidst the Turn 10 ranks, the Honda Civic Type R has a fanboy. My proof? Build a Civic in either FM4 or FM7 and you'll see how the PI is always in its favor. In 4, the PI actually dropped if you put wider rear tires on it and or added a racing transmission. PI almost always drops when you convert a front-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive and or add aero. But the Civic gets more than generous numbers in PI drops, allowing for more modifications to be done elsewhere. This resulted in the 97 Civic becoming the leaderboard car for C and B class in FM4. And as you can see by the PI drops illustrated here, not much has changed. A whopping 8 points for aero, 22 points for the rear-wheel drive conversion, virtually no change in the PI for upgraded brakes, only 1 PI for a racing transmission? The PI discrepancies here are either a fanboy's work or just a joke that's in the poorest taste and too long running. Oh, whack, cry unto me, Honda fanboys, reminding us all that the Type R was ahead of its time with 180 naturally aspirated horsepower, low curb weight, and race-inspired suspension. No front-wheel drive that met this criteria had ever done it before Honda did it. Oh wait, yeah they did. A full 6 years before the Type R, there was the Oldsmobile Cutlass Calais W41 package that not only packed 10 extra ponies over the Civic, but was slightly faster 0 to 60 and was a half a second faster in the quarter mile. Not to mention it did all this without looking like a pregnant roller skate. So, needless to say, I'm not a fan of the car. Part of that reason are my Forza 4 days, being in B-class lobbies, and being surrounded by a sea of white cars that have about the same form as a blood-engorged tick. Now, we all know my opinion isn't always the most popular. I guess if I just agreed like everybody else, I'd probably have a lot more subscribers. But I'm not a yes man. In other words, I'm gonna shoot it to you straight, including this next opinion, and that is, I like the homologation system that Turn 10 has implemented. Grouping these cars into classes like hot hatch icons is more like racing in real life that is broken down between many different classes. Now, going back to my original argument, however, if one car can easily dominate that class with little or no effort like the Type R does, then it defeats the purpose of having other cars in the class. It defeats the purpose of homologation, and it might as well be a Type R spec series. Okay, by the time you guys see this, the hot hatch icon lobby will have given away to the next series, that hopefully will be a little more balanced field of cars. What I'm afraid won't just fix itself is the glitchy league lobbies that actually rob you of the needed points you need to get to the next band. And if you're a regular subscriber, you notice this video is a day late. And probably only 20 of you follow me closely enough to notice. However, I did have some fixes and tricks on how to get around the black screen problem that Forza had. During a lobby, it would lock up, and it would say race in progress. You wouldn't be able to go any further, and then it would disconnect you for inactivity. This, however, has been fixed in Forza's latest update, including another fix that lets more people see more liveries on other players' cars. So, that's good news that they're actually fixing the game. Turn 10, keep up the good work. This week's subscriber shout-out goes out to Charlie Lees and his Volvo-obsessed self. Charlie is a fellow cruiser and a young Swede gamer who was an integral part in building the Cruisers Gaming Facebook page up, and we really couldn't have done it without him. We all thank you, Charlie. Here's to more Volos in the game just for you. And speaking of more cars in the game, what would you like to see added to the next car pack? How about the Achieva SCX? That's what the Cutlass Calais actually morphed into, but with even better performance numbers. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I really want to know what you got to say. And speaking of the Cruisers Gaming Facebook page, you can always keep up with Charlie Lees, myself, the Miata series, and all the rest of the cruisers at the official Cruisers Gaming Facebook page, the link to which will be in the description down below. Wait, what? You're not a fellow cruiser? Well, hit that subscribe button for Forza Friday vids, and make sure to join that notification squad for random real-life car vids during the week. If you have subscribed, I thank you from the bottom of my cold Decepticon heart, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, fellow cruisers.